What's going on? A pluses, nerd mixers. It is your boy Indy Uchiha, and I'm gonna try my best to give you an honest review of Flash Season 7, episodes 13 and 14. Um I really don't know how I'm feeling about this season of Flash. Let's get into episode 13, Masquerade. Um, most of the time when Flash does this thing, right, is when they're putting us in these different landscapes and like these different places and having our heroes, what I'm saying, get out of them. When we went to the space of the gorillas with Grodd, when we're trapped inside the Speed Force, different things like that, taking us out of the norm is when they're really good. So looking at this episode, I was thinking it would be dope because it's the Flash trapped in a mindscape, right? Um, it deals heavily with Cecile, and I don't know. Maybe it's just the way they set the story up that I'm not feeling it. I really liked the idea of a Cecile-esque episode where it was going to deal with her, and we got to see what tap into her mind a little bit more because she's a really good character, right? But wasn't really a Flash heavy episode. Um, we had our team trying to come together to help Cecile. We had the return of Sue Dearborn. And then you had Chester, who can be his own character, own wonderful, beautiful, amazing character. But they have this thing where I feel like they're just trying to make him a copy, like a carbon copy of Cisco. You know what I'm saying? You can't replace Cisco. You could let Chester be Chester and still be just as lovable as Cisco was. But when you're trying to force him to be exactly like Cisco, it's going to be a problem. At least that's how I feel. So even though I wasn't too into this episode, this might have been one of the best ones we'd had this season. So that's not saying a lot. It deals with Cecile being taken over by Psycho Pirate's mask. And finding out that the mask needs hosts, so it's like a parasite that it needs hosts in order to be able to survive, but it ends up deteriorating the host, and then it has to go on a search again for another host who is calling out to people. Now Cecile being a telepath, and them wanting to use the mask wanting to use the thinker shell as well in order to be able to make Cecile a permanent host. So it is really just about Psycho Pirate looking for a host and going to Cecile's memories in order to be able to break her down so that it could take control of her body. So this whole time that in this episode, it goes all the way back to the lightning flashes when the forces were created. Cecile got struck with lightning that they thought came from the forces, but it really came from the mask from Psycho. I don't know. They needed a way to write it. So this whole entire time that they were dealing with the forces and stuff like that, I'm guessing Cecile hasn't been herself. It's been the Psycho Pirate's mask the whole time. So yeah, and this mask has a history, has a litany of history of destroying civilizations and stuff like that. So interesting build up for a villain for Mask, I'm guessing. And basically you get traveled off into Seal's mind, come to find out that she wasn't always a good girl. She dealt with some stuff emotionally. I think she lost family members, stuff like that, still trying to go through law school and everything. Ended up like severe depression, anxiety, and stuff like that. Getting admitted into a mental health hospital, not being able to deal with the situation that was going on, but still being able to like push all those emotions and those feelings down and still be able to continue on to have the type of career in life that she did is kind of astounding to show how strong mind over matter can actually be. But the setting was pretty cool, and the fact that it was focused, like I said, focused on Cecile, made it dope too, because it gave you a lot of scenes with Barry and Cecile that basically stand out, And the conversation between the two of them, and like Barry doing his best Joe impressions to talk Cecile into being able to stand up against uh her past and what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And this is stuff that she never even told Joe before. So these are secrets that she's been hiding for a long time, that's been going on with her past, about her being admitted to a loony bin or whatever it may be called, you know what I'm saying? But uh it's the actress, you know what I'm saying? It's Miss Danielle that actually kills it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because she's dealing with her acting, just totally broke it down, scared and the fear, and then her just killing being that opposite person, that psycho pirate, you know what I'm saying, that's coming for the power. So her playing more than one character role that we normally see like Tom Cavanaugh and them play. So that was pretty interesting, her being able to show her acting skills and able to do this. But the episode really dealt around Cisco leaving. This is the first big mission since Cisco left, and Chester trying to cement his role as what would be a member of the team, and not because he doesn't have a connection with the team, not knowing that wasn't Cecile. So when Cecile tells him that if they get the mask, they can use the mask to help Barry, and you know what I'm saying, do all this, because the psycho pirate entity came up with this plan that if Barry's under, if Cecile's under, well, they don't know Cecile's under. If they put Barry under, and then he drops that hint, they can use the mask in order to be able to go get to bring Barry out this coma, but really try and get on hand on the mask. So they come up with like this whole little heist thing, and Sue Dearborn's back. Who better to do a heist than Sue Dearborn? So she is an amazing, really dope, but it does feel weird having Sue come back all the time with no Ralph. Like they could have already recast Ralph and got that over with. But it's really cool just to have her here to start off with. But she doesn't really get to do much. They break in, they get the mask. Cecile double cross them, knocks her out. You know what I'm saying? And then Sue starts blaming it on Chester. Everybody, and they're trying to. It's just weird how they're trying to make Chester fall into this role so quick. But he ends up figuring out a way to finagle, you know what I'm saying, to get him back. I mean, there was really nothing that stood out in the episode for me other than Cecile getting over her past, Sue coming back, and Chester proving why he's useful to the team, even though he really doesn't know the team like that. So, and there was another dancing in this episode that Chester was going to teach friggin' Danielle Panabaker how to dance. Yeah, I'm over the dancing. And then we get into this week's episode, right? Season 7, episode 14, Rayo D. Luz. Flashless episode. No Flash, no Iris. Team Flash is supposed to consist of Killer Frost, Chester, and Allegra. This is who we had to save the day. And then Frost just disappears. So Frost disappears and you get Katie there. So you got Caitlin Snow, Chester, Allegra, and then here comes Sue to help out too. And it deals with Allegra and Ultraviolet. What can I say about Allegra? One, I don't know why she's not running around with the gadgets and stuff that was left from her from Wells. She did get a power boost, which was interesting. So is she gonna are they taking that Wells influence from her and gonna make her step up more as a metahuman? I don't know. I don't know at all. But Allegra's been using her contacts in order to track down her cousin because she wants to redeem her cousin like she sees Barry redeem these villains, which is interesting to me because it's one of the things we already have problems with is Barry always trying to save the villain from themselves. And this is where we see, well, we don't really see it because it ends up happy go daisy in the end, but where that could be troublesome with Barry always leading with his heart and not actually thinking out situations. But we've been through this season after season, so man, I don't know. But Allegra and Ultraviolet, I keep calling it Ultraviolet, but it's Ultraviolet, Violet. It's the same thing with them over and over again. Allegra wants to help her. She doesn't want to help. If Allegra keeps coming after her, she's going to kill her. Ultraviolet's after the doctor that took away her voice box or whatever. She wants her voice back. Like that's her big thing. She wants her voice back. Yeah. Um, Sue has been dealing with Ultraviolet all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stop her. Like they really know each other. They dealt with each other. Sue can stand up to her for some reason, hand-to-hand combat. That's interesting. So Sue comes in and just kind of takes the lead on what's going on. I kind of like that she, it feels like she should be the veteran in the room on what's going on, right? She's trying to tell Allegra that, you know, sometimes people don't change. Like this person has been, you know what I'm saying, running with this terrorist organization for forever. It's going to be too hard to bring her back. And then they don't have the heavy hitters or the heavy hitter, meaning the Flash or Killer Frost to help them out, because the Flash is going on vacation for the day to go have relations and try to have a baby with Iris. So that takes Iris and Flash off the show. So happy me, it was a show without Iris. Now, nothing against Candace Patton, the actress that plays Iris. I have no problem with her at all. She's doing the best with what she's given, but what they give her for Iris is complete trash. Barry, I don't know what's up with Barry. Barry is so baby happy. You know what I'm saying? He's got so much baby fever that he doesn't even want to be a hero anymore. He doesn't feel like he has to be around, and he knows who he's leaving there. It's like, come on, man. You get a bunch of stuff with Allegra and Ultraviolet. She's really trying to help her. She keeps getting proven wrong all the time. Ultraviolet's chasing down a doctor that she's trying to get killed for turning her into who she is now, but the doctor has ultimatum, like a different plan for her. Like, look, you kill everybody that knows about me and I'll give you your voice back. So that's enough after her cousin is trying to save her life and try to keep her, bring her home. You know what I'm saying? Show her that she love, give her some. You getting your voice back is enough for you to go kill your cousin and everybody at Star Labs, because they know about the situation. The motivation to me isn't enough. And what's going on? If she was mentally unstable, it'd be a little bit more, because the minute that they gets to fighting, and then it was a really cool situation, because Sue said if they're gonna go do that, she's not helping, and then Sue shows up to help. She's fighting off guards, which the combat sequences with Sue was really cool. And Allegra's fighting Ultraviolet one-on-one, and Ultraviolet goes to blast her with her light, right? And her light is powered by her hate, but it's yin and yang. So Allegra's power is powered by love, and she's literally holding off the two-handed beams with one hand. And then when she goes to power up and use two hands, Ultraviolet doesn't have a chance in the world. You know what I'm saying? And then Allegra starts glowing like she's Captain Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Or something. You know, it's crazy. Captain Davers. You know, so I don't know. The Sue's a natural leader. She should be left in charge anytime Barry isn't there. But Chester and Allegra show that they're very capable of doing what they need to do to get things done. They end up bringing Ultraviolet back to Star Labs, and Katie ends up getting the documents of the surgeries and stuff that was done to her, and says there's a possibility she can help her out. So it looks like she's going to make a turn for the good now. I'm really tired of them turning these villains good. It's got to be some type of ultimatum. Like the Flash is total opposite of Batman. Batman keeps letting his villains go, but they never turn good. And then, you know what I'm saying, the Flash's talk no jutsu is so powerful. He must watch a lot of anime, watch a lot of Naruto, because he's able to talk villains out of everything. It's just weird. Ever since the Mirrorverse storyline ended, this season's been weird. And the only thing that stood out to me about this is the stuff that's going on with Detective Kramer and Joe West. This is the best storyline going in this show. Is why did Detective Kramer lead her team into an ambush? Joe West is trying to find out. He's searching like the detective he is, gets some information about what's going on, and then goes to confront Kramer about it. She flips a lid, calls to meet him later, and tells him exactly what happened. And uh they're both Native American, right? Kramer and her brother, although they're not blood, and they were part of the same, you know what I'm saying, group. um I think they came from the same reservation, and they were always looked down upon. So he had made a deal with somebody and was trying to convince Kramer not to go to, you know what I'm saying, hint her, you don't need to go on this mission. And because something that he had set up, her whole like platoon died. So she holds herself accountable for not seeing what was going on, because that was like family to her. And now she's trying to hunt him down, and gave like a stack full of stuff, and told Joe, will you help me? And he was like, yeah, I got you, because Joe really felt like she was a good cop. And it's understandable now. So I hope this is the route we're going for the remainder of the season. We know we got the Godspeed episode coming up. We know we got the Impulse episode coming up and all that, but I still want the meat of the storyline to be going on, what's going on with Kramer and Joe, and get the team behind that. That's honestly what I want, because that is the best storyline on the Flash I've seen in a long time. What did you guys think about these two episodes that we saw? If I had to put both, if I had to put them on a grade scale, I'm giving episode 13 a 2 out of 5, and I'm giving episode 14 a 3 out of 5. And it only gets a 3 out of 5 because of the Joe and Kramer stuff. And I wish they would have dwelled a little bit more on that for the episode, because I don't believe they needed all that time for Allegra and Ultraviolet. Let me know what you guys thought about in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow us everywhere up there at A+ Opinions. Hit the notification bell so you know every time we drop new content. And you can follow me everywhere at Nerd Mix Alpha. Guys, I do music. I have a brand new album out called Hits Hollywood Indiana, the sequel. It's on all streaming platforms. All you got to do is search my name, Indie Uchiha, and you'll see it pop up among other stuff like Journey to Hits, the lead into that album, and Blood in the Water, the double EP that I dropped last year. I can't wait to hear from you guys. I'll be in the comments looking to see what you say. And until next time, as always, keep it A+. This has been a Nerd Mix. Indie out.